Hello, I'm Philipp Hartenfeller from United Codes and I'm happy to share the new features of AOP version 24.3. So, today we're going to look at internal data batching, and normal batching was in AOP for a long time. This is where you can basically request a zip of multiple documents by just on the most outer cursor querying multiple rows. Link to that in the description. But now we have internal data batching, where you just have a normal print, and then let me show you what's going on. So here I've created a small sketch, and like a normal print, just gets sent to the server, gets executed, you get the file back. In here, the data from the print get split up into multiple things. So for example, here we have 3 parallel batches, so it's split up. And then in the end, it either get merged into one huge PDF document or again in one zip file. So for one advantage of this is, as you can see here now, is that you can actually save some time, because the parallel processing is of course faster than the linear one. And of course we have some time to merge them again, but in the end it will probably be faster. So it's an improvement for huge PDF documents if you have some of these. The other thing is, of course, if you need to run multiple files, so if you have a report on every customer, you can use batching to just trigger one job and then get a zip with everything, with all the files in there returned. So you need to configure a little bit for batching. So the first question is actually, where do we split the data? So to run multiple batches on. So I have like a scenario here prepared with customer orders and products. So basically we print data on customer orders, and each order has products in it. And so the one restriction is that the point where you split the data, the parent elements must have only one entry in it. So for example, for customers here, we have to basically batch on the first level, because we already have 2 customers. And so that basically we split this, we batch this print into the customer values. And on the other hand here, for orders, I have only 1 customer, so I batch on the orders because I have 2 orders. And again, here in the last example, I print 1 customer and 1 order, so I can batch by the products. And then you just set this value, the package global variable output batch selector, and then you just put the cursor name basically. And if you have, like, for example, this is this example, so you give the path to this one. So first customers, orders, product. So the cursor names. Then you have also the configuration of how many batches do you want. And the first one is you can just give a batch size to us. So we say, okay, batch or split my data into 3 batches. So we automatically cut it in 3 segments. If you pass 3, you can do 4, 2, whatever you like. And but the other thing is we can also batch by condition. This is, for example, super useful if you want to group your data. So we have also a variable for this, output batch condition. And so first you can do Boolean conditions. So you can do, for example, unit price over 80, or like we support the Angular expressions. So we do a product name includes here. And then you have 2 batches with the Boolean ones, because it's either true or false. The other one is unique values, batch condition, unique values. So for example, if we say batch condition of category, and this is again applied to the batch selector. So product would be this, and this would be applied to category. So for each value that is applied for category, there's a batch. And here in this example, we go over the unit price and say if it's over 100, it's expensive, under 50, it's cheap, and otherwise it's medium. You can of course also just query these values with SQL and then just use the column name in here. Okay, So additionally, we have new tags available to mark our batches. So we have batch number. This is the current batch. So if you have like 15 batches, it's from the current print which batch it is. Batch size, how many batches are there at all, like the maximum amount. Batch condition, this only applies if you use batch by condition. So for example, for the Boolean one, it's either true or false, or like for the unique values one, it's the name of the category, for example. Then you have like a check last batch. So if you want to conditionally render something on the last batch, but you can also, for example, do specific ones like this with just a normal expression, like batch number equals 1. That would be a condition to just print on the first batch. Okay, let's actually see this in action. So we have in our demo application, we have an example in here, data batching. And we have like this page, data batching by size, and we use the exact same examples with order and products. And in here, the first one is we going to batch to a zip, so I can download it. And in there, I get 3 outputs because we set output batch size to 3. And we basically split the data into 3 documents. So more interestingly here, we also have PDF. And PDF will give us one huge PDF. So here we can see all the orders included, but like orders from batch 1, this was printed in a separate batch, this was printed in another separate batch, in another one, and in the end all will merge together. So we can see here actually how did we get the 3. Can look at the template. And in there we can see here actually we have on the, only if it's on the first page, we can see this header, this front page basically. And then in here we can see the batch number actually gets applied. So for batch by condition, we have here an example with the product, if it's cheap, medium, or things. And when we print that, we can see here in the first batch, the cheap ones were printed, 4 products. The second one, the medium ones. So they are now basically grouped. Also keep in mind, because like it's really separate documents that just get pushed together in the end. So if like from a batch, the page ends, the new batch of course is on a new page. So yeah, you can't basically put that back here into the end of the last batch, because they're just put together in the end. If you have a use case, for example, printing a huge PDF or wanting to group document prints, definitely try this out, and I hope you like it. If you have any feedback, please comment down below, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.